So, in this section, we are going to start creating our overview tab. So, the first thing which we have to do here is we have to rename this tab. So, I just rename this overview. Okay. Now, what we are going to create in this particular tab is these things. Okay. So, today we are going to start creating our overview tab, and inside this overview tab we are going to learn how to create card visuals in Power BI. Okay, so we are going to create cards for showing sales revenue, total opportunities, won opportunities, success rate, and average sales cycle days. Okay, now always remember, before going to start, before going to prepare your report, you need to understand the data carefully. You have to understand the data very carefully and very thoroughly. Okay, so we have already discussed the data set. Okay, so what you can do, you can go through the blank Power BI report, which is attached along with this video. Okay, you can download that PBIX file and you can use the same file for creating the same report. Okay, so in that particular file, the data is already loaded. Okay, so you don't have to create any measures. Okay, or you don't have to use any external data for creating these visuals. Okay, you can use the same report as it is. Okay, so the first thing is you have to go to description box. Okay, just download the PBIX file attached along with this video in the description box. Open that file in Power BI. Okay, and use the same data whichever is loaded. So, as we have renamed our tab as overview, we are going to start creating the visuals in this tab. So, today we are going to learn how to create card visuals. Okay, we have already discussed what type of cards we are going to prepare today. Okay. So, the first thing is we have to adjust the size of the canvas. So, canvas is nothing but a space where we are going to create our visual. So, this white space is nothing but the canvas. So, the first thing is you have to describe your size of the canvas. Okay, so go to this option, format your report page. Okay, so inside this, there is one option, canvas setting. So click on canvas setting. So usually by default, the type is 16:9. So instead of this, we can select the custom type and we can define the size of the canvas. So height, I'll keep it as 800 pixels and the width of the canvas will be 1400. So this size will be sufficient for me. Okay. So you can define, if you select the type as customer, you can define the size of the canvas with the help of height and width in terms of pixel. So I have used 800 is to 1400 pixel. Now, the next thing, once you define the size of the canvas, the next thing is to select the background. Okay. So I usually prefer light color backgrounds. Okay. So what I'll do, I today for this particular dashboard, I'm going to use this background. So if you want to use the same color, you can keep this particular code which is shown on the screen along with you. You can note down and you can click on more colors, put the same code, the same color will be selected. So I'll use this one. But now see, if you have observed carefully, even though you have selected the color, okay, but it is not visible on the screen. Why? Because the transparency is currently 100%. Okay, so we will bring the transparency to 0%. So we are going to use this particular color. Okay, so what I'll do, I'll go to more color, I'll put the same code. Okay, and put transparency to 0. So now see, the color becomes little bit darker and it is visible. Okay, now the very first thing which we are going to show is sales revenue with the help of card visual. Okay, so for creating the card visual, select this option, add data to your visual. Okay, and under this particular option, select this one, card. Okay, just click on this card. Okay, so this visual will appear on the screen. Now, as we want to show sales revenue, okay, as we want to show sales revenue in this card, so we have to drag sales revenue from our measures to this particular field. So sales revenue is in this measure table. Under measure, there is one option sales, and the last option is sales revenue. So just select the sales revenue and drag it to this option field. See, the total sales revenue is visible on your screen now. Okay. Now, what we have to do is we have to just format this visual. Okay. So for formatting this visual, just select this. Okay. Select the second option, format your visual. Okay. The first thing is open this call out value option, make the value as bold so that it will be clearly visible on your dashboard. Okay. Then the next thing is to decide the color of this value. So again, as our background is light in color, we will select darker color. So I have copied this code. Okay. I'll click on this color option, more color. I'll paste the code here and now see, it is clearly visible on this one. Instead of this, if you want more darker color, you can select that as well. See, it is more clearly visible, so we will select this one. Then the second thing is category label. So category label is nothing but the sales revenue which is written below this number. Okay, so we will disable it. Instead of category label, we will use title. So for title, we will click on general. We will enable this. Okay, and we can put the title here. So the title of this card visual will be sales revenue. Now see, the title is visible here, but we can make the title as bold. Okay, and also we can increase the size of the title. So 20 will be sufficient. And the color of the title, will select the same color which we have used for showing the number. It is clearly visible. The next thing which we have to remember while doing the formatting is this sales revenue is currently aligned towards the left side of the visual. But if you want to align it at center, how to do that? Okay. So if you scroll down, you have one option horizontal alignment. So currently left alignment is selected here. We can select middle alignment or center alignment, you can say. So if you click on the center alignment button, the sales revenue comes at center. Okay. But if you click on this visual, so right now your sales revenue number is clearly visible. But what we are going to do, we will enhance our visual little bit. So we are going to draw border for this card visual. So again, Second option, format your visual. Click on general, go to effect, okay, and for the background color, select the same color, okay, transparency to 0%, okay, then enable the visual border, okay. So currently, see, the border is black in color, but we are going to select a definite color here. So general effect, visual border. So instead of black color, I'll select this color for border. And currently, if you have observed, uh, the corners are straight one, right? But if you want round corner, we can select that as well. So click on general, go to effect, go to visual border. This is not clearly visible. We'll use the same color for border. Okay, and rounded corner, you can select it as 15. So always remember, now from this onwards, we will keep the same formatting for each and every visual. The color of the border will be same. The rounded corner will use 15 pixel. Okay, and one more thing, currently there is no shadow for this visual. So we will enable shadow as well. Click on the shadow, enable it. Okay, and the shadow color we will use this one. See, if you have observed carefully, the shadow is visible here. Okay. So this will be our final formatting for showing the sales revenue, and it is looking pretty good. We'll just increase the size of the visual like this. Okay. Now, see, the first, we have already shown sales revenue on our report. Now, when we show total opportunities on our report, instead of doing the same formatting again and again, what we are going to do is we will copy the format from this card visual to this card visual. I'll show you how to do that. Okay. So the second thing which we are going to do is showing total opportunities in our visual. So for this also we are going to use same card visual. Okay. So again, from this visual options, we are going to select card visual. Okay. The size, if you if you want to keep the same size, okay, we can just line it like this. See, both the visuals are same in size now. Now, in the first visual, we have shown sales revenue, but in the second visual, we are going to show total opportunities. Okay, so we will select the visual. Now, always remember for card visual, only one thing is necessary, which is field. What we want to show from this card. Okay, so as we have already discussed, we are going to show total opportunities. So I'll just open this measure table, opportunities from here, and I'll select total opportunities and I'll drag this to field. So total opportunities is shown now. Now, if we now let's say if we again format the same visual with the same step which we have followed for creating this particular visual, it will take more time. Okay. But instead of doing that thing, what we will do is we'll just copy the format from this visual with the help of format mentor. So for doing that, just click on the visual which is already prepared and click on the format mentor. And then you have to select the second visual on which you want to paste the format. So click on that. See, the format is pasted, border is also there, and the shadow is also there. But title is not there because the title of this particular visual is blank currently. So we will click on this format your visual option. We will go to general. We'll select title, and inside the title we will put total total opportunities, and it is looking pretty good. So total opportunities is 800. So this is also done. Now the third visual is won opportunities. Okay. So now what we'll do, we will work smartly. Okay. What I'll do, I'll directly copy this visual and paste it. So in Power BI, we can directly copy paste the visuals as well. Okay. Now see, both the visuals are same, but in the third visual, as we have already discussed, we want to show won opportunities. Okay. So I'll just delete this field from here. Okay. And I'll drag won opportunities here. So won opportunities is under measure table, open measure, click on opportunities and select won opportunities, drag it to field. And we'll just change the title. Instead of total opportunities, the title will be won opportunity. Then the fourth card visual which we are going to create is success rate. Okay. So again, I'll just copy this visual. I'll paste it here. Okay. Currently, this particular visual is showing one opportunity. So I delete this field and I'll drag success rate to this particular field. So success rate is again here. I'll just drag it. Okay. So, and one more thing, we need to change the title from one opportunities to success rate. So you know how to change the title now. So till now we have created four visuals. And now we are going to create the fifth visual. Okay, so again, I'll just copy this visual, paste it here, drag it here like this. Then currently this particular visual is showing the success rate. So I'll select this visual, I'll delete success rate from here. And the last thing which we want on the last visual is average sales cycle days. Okay. So average sales cycle days are here. This one, average sales cycle duration. So I'll just drag it to the field. So this is the average sales cycle duration. I'll just change the title of this visual. Okay. Now the next thing, see. So five important cards we have prepared. Okay, so in the next section, we will build our overview page further. Okay, but one more thing which you can do is you can create spacing between these particular cards. Okay, so for that, you need to define the size of the card. So what I'll do, I'll just reduce the width of the card like this for all card. Okay, I'll arrange this visual horizontally. Now, if you want to create the spacing evenly between these particular cards, so there is one option in Power BI. Okay, just select all the card visuals. So we'll select all five cards which we have prepared. Okay, then once. Okay, so we will go on view. So first we will select all the card visual like this. Then we'll click on format option. So here one option is there align. So as we want to align this card visual horizontally, we will select this option, distribute horizontally. Okay. Now, if you have observed carefully, the spacing between these particular card is even. Okay. So no need to arrange this card manually. Now, see, one more thing which you can do, okay, or you can make your habit while creating a Power BI report is now see, if you track one visual, it will move like this. But let's say, okay, you want to move this all five cards at once. So what you can do, you can create a group of card visual. You can select all cards, just right click, create a group like this. Now, if you drag, all five cards will move together and you can easily align this card at center. So we will keep this top space for heading of our report. Okay. And we'll align this all five cards at center. So let's catch up in the next section. So in the next section, we are going to learn how to create the other different visuals like clustered column chart, ribbon chart for showing the different information related to sales.